and welcome to Loading Screen. Myself, Graham Richmond, John Sultan, and Amar Sahil. Right, lads, first things first, as per usual, reviews. This week I thought I was going to be doing a single player show until you guys showed up from your lab early, so I've got quite an extensive review of Catherine done here, so I'll try and race through it. But anyway, I bought Catherine this week, and what a game. I mean, Johnny and Amar, you've both read stuff, you've seen stuff, yeah?
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of stuff about it. I don't know. It's an interesting little game. I didn't think I was going to buy it, and I'm happy you did because I really want to know your opinion about it now.
It's awesome.
Really?
It really is.
It looks it.
Yeah, it's out right now for the 360 and PS3. It's developed by the Atlas Persona team, who I haven't really heard of before, but they made Demon Souls.
They made Demon Souls and Dark Souls, yeah.
Which is probably why I haven't heard of them. It's PS3 exclusive game.
Dark Souls wasn't.
And John, you enjoyed this. They're also publishing Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I don't know what I think of that game. I haven't seen a lot, and I don't think it'll be very good. But I want it to be good. I really want it to be good, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Anyway, back to Catherine, sorry. It's a puzzle platformer, sort of against the clock puzzle, and there's a bit of survival horror thrown in there, and is sort of RPG, but not quite adventure style gameplay. It's a really weird blend, but it works so well. It really pays off. And like the game's strongest element really is its story. The story is fantastic. Your name is Vincent Brooks, and you're a 32-year-old man who has no real ambition with regards to his career, his finances, or his marriage, or whatever. He's perfectly happy in the relationship with his girlfriend Catherine. That's with a K. They've been going out for 5 years now. They're both 32. But she starts throwing words like kids and future and marriage around, and Vincent's getting really uncomfortable. And one night when he's talking about this with his buddies down the Stray Sheep, which is the name of their local bar, they head home and he stays behind and gets chatting to this other girl called Catherine, with a C, who's 22 years of age, very attractive, very carefree, sort of what he's looking for right now. He has one too many drinks and wakes up the next morning next to her and can't remember what happened.
I believe we've all had moments like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're mad for the drink, aren't you, Amar?
Oh god. But anyway, Vincent wakes up obviously terrified, and Catherine leaves before he gets to tell her that he's already seen someone, so he's in a hell of a pickle right now. And for the rest of the game, every time he goes to sleep, every night, he's got nightmares. But the thing is, when he wakes up, he can't remember them. Now, that's the one. If the story has any flaw, it's that, because it separates you from the player, or from the character, because the character doesn't know stuff that you do know, and that sort of creates a gap. But it is necessary for the story.
Well, it sort of creates a mystery, I suppose. Well, not mystery that you've solved, but the character hasn't.
Yeah.
So that creates a bit of conflict. Do the dream sequences, the results of the dream sequences, carry over to?
You asked some very personal questions in the dream sequences. It's the only game I want to play on my own, because answering it honestly, I'm revealing bits of my personality that I'm not so sure I'd be okay with people knowing. But it is a fantastic game. And after you answer a question, it'll give you the online stats for what other people said.
Oh yeah?
And it's uploaded straight to Facebook.
If I sign in as my gamer profile, for example, it's my very first time playing the game is the answer that is given to online. Because like, if I want to replay the game and give false answers just to see the different endings in the game, that would mess up the statistics.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the first answer you give is the one that's online.
Interesting.
Some of the results are pretty surprising. Some guys out there are not very nice. But
surprise.
Yeah, I know. But the choices you make in the nightmares and in the daytime, like, there are choices all over the place. Each one is important. And during the day rounds, when you're in the bar with your friends, you can talk to other people who are having nightmares like you and not remembering them. And you can watch the news where there are young men about your age dying in their sleep mysteriously throughout the city. And you know what's happening, because as a player, you know what happens in the nightmares.
Yeah, but
and in the nightmares, all the men are in the one place and they can all interact, but they have no idea who each other are, because they all look like sheep to each other. The Stray Sheep are. It's really cool. It's done very well.
Alright, and there's a bit of supernatural element, is there?
Oh yeah, I mean, like this Catherine one with a C, the young one, she's probably some sort of, I don't know. I haven't finished it, you see, but I think she's
been
like,
dead for 10 years.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, she's probably some part of this whole curse, or else it's just pure chance that this has happened to him. But yeah, most of the guys who are dying are known cheaters and stuff, and now Vincent's getting a bit afraid. And of course, all the while he's trying to hide the two girls from each other because he's in so deep now with the new Catherine that if he told her, "Oh, by the way, I have a girlfriend," you know, it would be just as bad.
If he told the old Catherine.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's now into relationships and they don't know about each other. But the young Catherine's a bit
crazy,
insane. I think. I don't know. I've chosen so far. I've chosen to go with Catherine with a K because I'm a nice guy like that. But I haven't actually. I'm in the last area and I have no idea what's going to happen when I wake up. I mean, I like there are nights when you go to sleep. And I tried going to sleep one night, stone sober. Woke up the next morning next to young Catherine. I was like, "Come on!" I didn't even do anything. Oh, it is a fantastic game, and the puzzles at night, they're fun. They are enjoyable. It's like it's against the clock puzzle presented to you as a platformer, and although it's fun, you want to just get it over and done with so you can get to the story. Because even though the story is mostly cutscenes and you walking around talking to people, it's so compelling. Yeah, and you really want it to move on.
Yeah, I know the feelings. Like, I'm the same with Mass Effect. Whenever I play Mass Effect 2 or whenever I played,
don't you have the demo now?
I do have the demo, but whenever I play Mass Effect 2, I love it. I want to get through the shooting bits as fast as I can so I can go and talk to all the characters because the characters are brilliant, I think, anyway. And are the characters in Catherine 3-dimensional?
Depends. So, during some cutscenes, they're anime style, like a character.
No, he means personality.
Oh, sorry,
personality-wise.
Oh, sorry, involved. I think it's just Vincent, really. He's the only 3-dimensional character in it. But that's all you need. I mean, you are him in the game. It really does suck you in, and characters do develop. There is character development in like the friends you hang out with and stuff in the pub, and the barmaid and the barman and some of the other patrons that you talk to, men who were having other nightmares. You learn things about them, both in the bar and in the dream. And when you're in the dream, you don't know it's the same guy that was from the bar, but the player knows.
Yeah, exactly. And is there any multiplayer functionality?
There's co-op. Actually, sorry, there is competitive as well, yeah, but it's all...
How does that work?
It's the nightmare stages.
Oh, is it like time trials and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, you see, in the nightmare stages, if you fall in your dream and land, you die in real life. And that's what these weakening deaths are. But they can't remember the dream when they wake up, obviously, so they have no idea that they're part of this curse. And in the dream, because there's so many guys trying to climb these towers, guys push each other off to survive. So people are being killed at night by other guys who are just trying to survive.
Huh.
Yeah. It gets really deep. And then there's questions asked like, should we help each other? Should we not? Some guys die purely because they don't wake up anymore because they're too busy killing people and stuff. So, yeah, and they enjoy too much. It sucks their soul in.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will say one thing though, the presentation of the game as a whole, the cutscenes don't bother me, no matter how long they are. But the animation and the voice acting is a bit stilted and hackneyed. But it doesn't actually take away from the game. It's just something that you'd like to be better.
It is, yeah, it's a dubbed version.
Apart from being dubbed, it's also, you know, his dialogue choices are dependent on what you've done already in the game. So trying to act that out consistently is, you know,
a bit tricky,
a bit dodgy as well. So yeah,
2 thumbs up then.
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs way up. It's a great game. I can't wait to go and play it.
So, like, would you recommend someone who...
Oh, and sorry, the soundtrack is amazing. It's got a bit of Bach, Chopin, and Beethoven, and a few others, and it's all remixed, but not in a, you know, let's go into Cubans boys remix.
It's not dubstep.
No, it's actually modern sound mixed properly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
And I was going to ask you, so if someone you didn't really play games for the story, but for the gameplay, would you recommend this to them?
Sorry?
If you were going to buy a game purely for gameplay, would you recommend this game?
You mean the nightmare stages?
Yeah, purely for gameplay.
Well, no, because that's what the multiplayer is, and I don't play that because I like the story. I play it for the story. I'm gonna play this many times over.
So if someone likes stories in games, you say definite buy for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. It handles the topic of infidelity very, very well. Oh, I will say one thing. It's rated 15s.
Okay.
I don't say it's about games a lot, but I think it should be higher.
It should be 18s.
Higher. A lot of the themes are very adult. I mean, there's bits where Catherine with a C is completely naked, but the camera's at all the wrong angles, the unfortunate ones that you can't see anything. And some of the stuff she says and does, I think, aren't fit for
a 15th game.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sometimes
That's fair enough.
Yeah, some things just get lost in translation. Johnny, you've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur.
I have. I've been playing it a lot. I've passed 40 hours now.
Wow.
And I'm finally. I'm in the last area now, out of 5. I decided yesterday to just in the last area not pick up any side quests and just run past everyone. And everyone's like, "Hey, I need help," and I'm like, "Screw you! I want to get to the end." And I'm all, bulked up with. I've reached the last tier of like the warrior class, so to speak. It's very hard to explain if you haven't played it. But I finally reached the last tier of that, and I think I'm ready for the last boss when I finally get there.
And do you find that the game's got I remember I talked this about last couple of weeks, is that the game gets a bit too easy too quickly? Have you found that?
It does get a bit easy. Well, like I have full blacksmithing skill and full sage crafting, which means I can make the best kind of gear and stick all these brilliant gems into it.
So what's the point of dungeons then to get gear?
Because you take this gear apart and then get components so you can make even better gear.
Okay.
And because of the way the combat works, it's never boring. Like you do, like kind of three hit enemies, normal enemies and stuff, but they always throw a lot at you, so you still have stuff to do, and it's still like it hasn't been boring for me yet. It's still just as enjoyable as when I started.
Is there a challenge in the gameplay, in the fight, in the combat?
If you're good, not really, but I don't feel that takes away from it at all.
Really?
Well, some of the for the main story missions, some of the last bosses do require me to drink potions and stuff, but very occasionally, and I have really good abilities now and everything.
And what's the main quest like? The main story, is it good? Is it?
I still don't really understand fully the way the world works, because it's very
complicated.
Yeah, you'd have to talk to a lot of people and read books and stuff.